Hey guys, welcome to the MMO Ronin channel. If you like MMOs and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. In this video, we are talking about the Alpha 1 schedule changes that are being made in this creative director's letter from Stephen Sharif and what the alpha is going to entail. Now, they did push back the dates of the NDA, and we're just going to go through this letter, see what it says, and talk about it. So, jumping into it, it says, "My friends, some recent developments have caused me to reevaluate our upcoming test schedule and make some necessary adjustments. I will be moving the NDA release and the June 1st Alpha 1 start date to July. I know this is not ideal, and you have no idea how much it pains me to disappoint our community, but it is my responsibility to make these difficult decisions in order to ensure the test is successful. Testing for the 14th of May will continue for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with an updated schedule being sent to testers today. I am going to explain in detail the reasons for this and hope you understand the need and agree with the benefits of this decision." And here's a new date here. Let's check it out, the new image. So we have no NDA, July 9th to July 11th, so just a weekend, and then July 14th through August 13th, there's going to be a no NDA Alpha 1 full wipe. They're all full wipes. And the intermediate Alpha 1 preview spot testing, which means I guess from May 14th to July 9th, it might just be weekends, and then they'll let people come in as it goes to test certain parts of the game, and then they're going to open it up for more people. Let's jump into this though. So, allow me to first recap the primary purpose and goals of our Alpha 1 testing phase. Server deployment and performance testing. Stress test our server deployments and player concurrency numbers with high volumes of player activity and interactions. Stand up multiple world server deployments across different geographical regions. Soak test server grid health over a continuous period of production use. Evaluate current network architecture and identify non-performant code and areas for additional optimizations or refactoring. Test our build strategy and hotfix deployment procedures, account services, web-based systems, launcher and patch stability, and cloud-based infrastructure." And what's interesting about that is they're going to do all this testing, and if there's a bunch of people coming in on launch day, that they're still going to have problems. You can never really, as much as people try to plan ahead for the amount of people coming in, it's never 100% smooth like they want it to be. There's always going to be some kind of hiccups because there's always going to be more people than they thought. System functionalities and behavior testing in their core state is something else we're going to test. A lot of things are going to be in their core state, like just the basic system of it all. So they're going to do node features, experience collection, the ability for nodes to collect and store accrued experience for players in the zone, which is smart because that's the main focus of the game. So I hope they are testing that with more people to make sure that it's actually gathering everybody's experience that's getting put into the system instead of like, oh, my experience didn't count. Propagation, the ability for nodes to advance in stages, reflecting the appropriate advancements in the following culture, layout, quest hooks, spawners, crafting, and processing stations, NPCs, service buildings, merchant tables, prop placement, housing, citizenship, government systems, and taxes. Government systems include election appointment terms, admin interface, and points of interest propagation and advancement, public projects, and parenting vassal hierarchy. That's a lot. So I guess once the node expands, I want to make sure that everything pops up the way it's supposed to pop up, depending on where the node is at. You don't want to be in what's supposed to be the Elven zone and have the Dwarven stuff pop up. Don't want that. Player character system in their core state. Experience collection and persistence, experience debt, death effects, corruption and flagging, inventory systems, character paper dial and equipable items, property ownership and player storage, stats and waterfall derivatives, combat and ability systems, tab and action states, race and class selection and their customization, movement and character states, looting and party management systems. Now there was a section, like one of their earlier interviews or live streams where they were showing off what the character creation system that looking like they were working on, and I hope that's what they carry over into the game, where you press the character screen and it kind of does this zoom in effect onto your character and you can see your character live and stuff like that. So I hope they go with that when it comes out. I know people were trying to complain about that, but that was kind of cool. People are like, oh, I can still get attacks. Like, it's not that serious. Just go somewhere safe. Ancillary systems in their core state. I say this because other games have that same system, a similar system. I think like Elder Scrolls, your character turns when you press the button to look at your inventory and stuff and put on clothes and such. So it's okay. Caravans, drop, spawn, and reward table adaptations. Player trading, mount and vehicle systems. What are the mount and vehicle systems? Raid and party functionality, guild progression and persistence, guild hierarchy, chat systems, customized AI behavior trees, boss functionality, harvesting prerequisites and procedural resource spawners, recipes and craft station systems, interactable containers and objects, global event manager, siege and battlegrounds, open world traversal, dungeon design, quest and narrative dialogue setup. All important things. They want to make sure it works. And I guess they feel they need a bunch of people to test all that. The above is not a comprehensive list of everything being tested in Alpha 1, but it hits the primary points. There are many other data metrics being collected for our approach to the content production pipelines, system definitions, and refactoring as well. Not to mention a plethora of technical art applications and optimizations, but you get the gist. This is a very fundamental test that will impact the direction of development post-Alpha 1, so you can understand the importance of testing and its need for player participation, attention, and feedback. Over the last month, several new developments, both internally and externally, have led me to err on the side of caution and postpone the NDA release and Alpha 1 dates to July. If it had been any one of these issues, we would have powered through it. First, with the inclusion of siege systems and combat backend revamp, our internal code lock dates slipped a bit and ate into our QA and optimization timelines. While our feature timelines typically include a 30% padding to account for unknowns, I knew including this for our testing would be cutting it close. I made the call to take the risk due to the benefit for the overall testing period. The siege systems now being in place are still going through bug testing before they are ready for prime time. But the alpha isn't prime time. Oftentimes the bug fixing QA period can really tighten things up pretty quickly, so I gave it until the end of the weekend to evaluate. Suffice to say, these systems could benefit from another week or two of testing and bug fixing before ready to be included in Alpha 1. I want to make this note here too that even though these times have changed, where 14th is Alpha NDA, and I didn't state, but I think it says on the infographic that content creators and the Alpha 1 testers, so people that still bought the package and stuff, will still be able to get into those on the 14th and stuff. But the Alpha Island has been going on for a while, so it's not like people aren't in there testing the game and this is the only time that they're going to be testing it. Those people that backed it on the Kickstarter, there's people that bought the packages early. A lot of those people are in the alpha, still playing around with a lot of the systems and stuff like that, so they're still testing all these bugs out. And I guess because people, they'll see the game, it's not going to be an NDA, and despite them saying, oh, this is pure technical alpha, people are still going to see the progress that they have in the game and go, oh, this is crap, this is a mess, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to kind of reflect on the game itself, and they're trying to make it at least fairly clean before they showcase what they have. So it's kind of like taking the game into E3, I guess, and showcasing it on the floor and letting people get their hands on it, even though it's not near completion. They don't want people having game-breaking issues or anything like that in the game and putting doubt in the minds of people, I guess. So second, our timeline for the move back to the studio has been accelerated, and this would have put our move-in dates in the middle of the June test window. That would have been a difficult task to juggle for the team, yet we are prepared to do so and have plans in place for how to accomplish this. However, given the other factors of the delay equation, it made more sense to get the move out of the way first and allow our team to be in the studio together during the testing period. Finally, several new expansion launches for other live games were announced that would have coincided with our tests starting June 1st. The New World, not New World, well, New World is going to be, I think it's in July though, but Phantasy Star Online New Genesis is in June. So they're like, we don't want to really compete with Fantasy Star Online. We estimate roughly 25% of our testing pool are active players across the titles combined. This fact presents us with forcing our testers to choose between participating in our testing environment, which will be a long and arduous responsibility, or playing an expansion with their friends and other popular titles. What other games are having expansions? They haven't announced the expansion for when that's going to release for Guild Wars 2, but I think the live stream for those things are also going to be, I think, in like May 14th through June when they start talking about all of it. And they haven't announced the date yet for Final Fantasy Endwalker, but I know we're going to get that on the 14th of this month, so this Friday. So I wonder if like they know release dates already before anybody else does, because they're in the industry, so they have like, you know, everybody's planned dates by communicating with them. Are they telling us that we're going to get Endwalker and other expansions? And oh, there's also the Elder Scrolls expansion. That doesn't have a release date either, does it? So what expansion is coming out besides New Genesis, which is not really like an expansion, but is? So this fact presents us with forcing our testers to choose between participating in our testing environment, which will be a long and arduous responsibility, or playing an expansion with their friends and other popular titles. As I outlined earlier, this testing period is an important one. It will require not only participation, but also the intention and feedback from both our testing audience and the broader Ashes of Creation community and general public. That is cool that they thought about that, and instead of trying to jump in, I guess, with the rest of the crew, they're just like, hey, we need our own open window. But even in July, like between July and August, they still got the patch for probably, that's what comes out June. Also, June 1st is, I forgot about that. That's not really an expansion, so I guess I didn't think about it. It's the Burning Crusade Classic is June 1st. They're thinking about Asmongold. So with the above information, I've made the decision to position our Alpha 1 presentation and testing period in the month of July instead of June. If you are already a member of the Alpha 1 testing group, you will still be testing on May 14th, but this testing will remain under NDA. Additionally, during the month of June, there will be spot stress testing that you will have an opportunity to participate in, also given the delay in our testing schedule. That pushback for the Burning Crusade just kind of made me go, I don't agree with it. I will be extending our refund policy from 30 days to 90 days going forward for all pre-orders, retroactive from May 5th, out of respect to those who purchase anticipating the NDA release for this month. I mean, that's cool that they're going to give people refunds on that stuff. It's odd that they're calling it pre-orders to me. I guess you're kind of pre-ordering the stuff, like the clothes and stuff like that, but in game time. As usual, we will continue to showcase in-game footage during our live streams this month and next. With the launch of our content creator program, this will also provide some additional time for those of you who are interested in creating content around Ashes of Creation to prepare. Again, announcing a delay is not the highlight of my week, but it is responsibility to protect the project. Those two words. Protect the project and position ourselves for success. While I will take this one on the chin for the next few weeks, it means a better Alpha 1 presentation with more time for Q&A, a smoother studio move, and better participation and coverage overall for the test, then I think it's the right call. Hope you agree. Your faithful creative director, Stephen Sharif. Coverage overall. That protect in the project really messed me up for that last sentence. Like I could not recover. Protect the project. Project the protect. Oh man. But so there we have it. The NDA is being delayed, or the non-NDA is being delayed for all Alpha 1 testers and official content creators. And so full wipe, Alpha 1 preview weekend, Alpha 1 pushed all the way back to July so people can play the Burning Crusade. And when they're done playing the Burning Crusade, they can all stream Ashes of Creation. So people can get their eyes on it, I guess. I guess it's a move to get more eyes on it. I don't know. I'm not. If they just said they needed more time, they got a lot of applications in for the content creator program. And they needed more time to be able to allow everybody that applied the proper time to look at their applications and accept who they want to accept, because it is already the middle of May, and it might take them into June to do that. I think that would be uh, kind of understandable, I guess, for those content creators. And then also the Alpha 1 packages lasting until June 30th. So if anybody wants to buy that, instead of waiting until like the last minute or waiting until the package changes in June, they can buy it then. And they didn't say if they're going to extend that alpha package or not. So we'll have to see what they got going on there. But that's it. That is the changes for the Alpha 1 playtest schedule. I feel like every time they push back something for alpha testing, excuse me, it pushes back a bunch of other things. So Alpha 1 test got pushed back, which means Alpha 2 test gets pushed back, which means closed beta test is going to get pushed back, and closed beta 2 test is going to get pushed back, and eventually the game's going to constantly get pushed back. Unless, by them moving into a space, everything is able to like work a lot faster, I guess, because they're all working together, information can exchange a bit faster. We'll find out. We'll see if production gets a bit more speedier once they're all in their new spot, I guess. So this is the video. Tell me what you guys think about this delay, about what they're planning on testing, and their reasons for the delay. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.